could have been working to begin with, but I don't know, because you just don't want to work with me. Good sweet baby Lou. Hi, Airden. Hello. Give me a second. I'm still trying to get all my stuff fired up. Where is my phone? I kind of need that so I can post to my Discord with ease. Where? I haven't done one of these in a while, alright? I'm a little unprepared. Oh, there it is. Good. Okay. I will not be getting flayed today. Things will be okay. It's all fine and dandy. Stream announcements. Where? No, I don't want the entire... I just want my link. I just want my link. Damn you, me. Damn you for not posting just my link. I don't want to edit it while only being able to see half my fucking screen. Okay, fine. Copy text. Stream ping. Hey, I'm live with VRChat. Come say howdy. Paste. And let's carefully not delete everything I just typed out. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Thank you. No, now I want to copy. I do not want to paste again. Thank you. Copy, paste. Good. Now all I have to do is do that for Blue Sky. I should have really set up an automated program for this. I really should at this point. Hey, I'm live in VRChat. Say howdy. Paste. Oh, I didn't set up any music either. I meant to set up music. Synthwave for my playlist. I should probably do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Okay. Whatever I do, do not hit the wrong button. If I hit the wrong button, I have to spend the next 30 minutes trying to fix it again. Okay, you're here for some reason. Why are you here? Okay. OBS, you're supposed to be on the other screen, but I can work around this. Okay, so what am I trying to do again? Yes, music. Okay. Please don't break everything. You are on the other monitor. What? No, this is monitor 2. Okay, why is monitor 2? Not gonna worry about it. Videos. Back to my desktop. Adjust my files. Yes. Open the folder. Music tools. Play all. Please don't be deafeningly loud. I don't want to adjust it. Okay. 10's a good volume. Okay. Am I good? Can I just no longer worry about that? I think I can. Okay. Oh, god damn it, now the YouTube chat's gone. What the fuck? You here. And you stay not there, actually. I want you kind of a bit more over, actually. It'd be a lot easier. Over here. Okay, you here. Good. Okay. I think we're fine. No more weirdness. Okay. Music's going. Everything's going on. I think it's the model because of the... Yeah, it is the model. The model is, whenever you do the nose boop, it does that. Okay. I think we're good now. I think I've gotten everything I needed to do. That's what I've been doing for the past 30 minutes, is trying to get everything up and running while jumping between my computer and VR, and then trying to find my phone that I misplaced. So hello. Howdy. It's a while coming, but we got here, eventually. It just took a little bit of time. Anytime I do like a AFK pose, it just does like a thinking look it appears. But we should be good now. Hello, Fluffy, Tally, Airden, hello everyone, hello, hi. I haven't done a VRChat stream in 5,000 years, I understand. Yes, that is the point. Because I want to talk about things, relax, and definitely not because I don't have the next game up next installed yet, which I will have installed. Give me time. You know, give me a day. It'll be there. I promise. It's going to be Nexomon because the poll tied. And I said at the poll tied I would do Nexomon irregardless because Crim's been begging me to play it. So I decided to oblige them. And so it'll be Nexomon next. So, ha 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 ha. You want to show off the new model? Yes, that too. Oh well. And yes, you're absolutely correct. I wanted to show off the new model because it also won the other poll. Because I'm not getting any new votes in on it, it only has a day left for voting, and it's still winning by basically a landslide, so it's like, oh, okay, so I might as well just go ahead and make all my plans with this model then. So the plan is to eventually get this onto a VRM, make some modifications of my own, and bada bing, bada boom, I'll have this as like a little virtual tuber, like down here in the corner for y'all, if I'm registering how the VRChat camera works properly. It is a very pretty model. It's very lovely, and I love it a lot. And it also has a cool sword, which is a big selling point. It is very nice. But I also wanted to talk about the way to get the VRM, right? So with the model, I have to, you know, do a lot of finagling, that sort of deal, but I also need to get software, a camera, I need to get some retexturing done, because, you know, this is just the baseline texture, so I need to go through and see what I want, see what I don't want, cut around, work with it, that sort of deal, right? So, the reason I decided to also do VRChat today is because I wanted to focus on talking. And, you know, because I haven't done a fucking talking stream in goddamn forever, or a VRChat stream in forever. Digressing. Where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that. I was going in a direction. Yes, a direction. It's like 2 votes. It's like 3 votes, actually. I'll have you know. It's the winning by 3 votes, and out of 22 votes, right? Normally, anything I do involving polls and stuff typically get around about 22 votes. It's going to win, irregardless. I'm 99% sure it's going to win. I'm willing to draw the line here already, right? It's the fact that it's been winning by a majority the entire time tells me that the choice has already been made. You know, it's what people would prefer to see is something new, and I can't fault them for that. And in addition, I also really enjoy the model. It feels very nice and very personable. And adorable, because goddamn I love virgins. North is a direction, yes it is. But I wanted to talk about the fact that I will be needing to mute the world audio for starters, because... There, shush. I can hear you over my music, that's enough. Is that for April, it's going to be the Valathon, which is like the whole Donathon thingamajig going on. And I'm still trying to work out the details of that, but the whole point of it is to get this onto a VRM and get the software, camera, retexture, all the work I need done, so that way I'll be able to stream with this moving forward. Maybe with its own customizations, differences, I don't know. And I'll be making like individual like goal lists. I don't expect to get much out of it, to be completely honest with you, but at least enough, if not even from it, to... Why are you playing music? Stop! Stop! I said stop. Behave yourself. I love this world, but sometimes it wants to misbehave. But I mean, at least the visor is easier to draw for facial expressions. That is true, but, you know, it also doesn't have to have the visor. I just like having the visor on. Because there is a whole, fox underneath this. There is a whole different level, It's not just the protogen phase, it's actually the fox as well. Which is why I like it. I like both. I can have both. I don't have to have one or the other. I can be a protogen fox, a foxygen. I win in both the chords. Make sense? Good. Now, Tommy! Oh, where's the Tommy? Oh, hi, Tommy! I mean, you have an idea? Yeah. I also had to jankily put up my YouTube chat in like a pinned window because I can't pin my multi-chat. So I'm hoping I'll be able to see the YouTube chat. And if not, I'll be a little sad. And if it is working, I don't know because I usually don't get much activity over on YouTube. So meh. If someone does say something on YouTube, just let me know in case it doesn't show up over here so I can like cross-reference and be like, oh, of course, it doesn't work, yada yada yada, and make a whole bit out of it. Tell me, hi. Yeah. Hi, Tommy. I hope you're doing well. But yes, April is going to be very busy for me. I'm going to be trying to stream every single day apart from Sunday. And I'm going to try and like commit like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for like community activities, like community games, maybe like Abiotic Factor, the fucking Pow World, whatever it may be, whatever I decide, or put up a poll, whatever I choose, is going to be kind of a community event like that with like upwards of like 12 people, Well, apart from Abiotic is like 6 players max, so it'd be like me, 2 others that I'm like guaranteeing will be there, and then, plus 3 that I have to choose from, which I'm thinking would be like Tio and 1 or 2 others. I don't fucking know. I'll throw it out after you stream. Okay, no, you can throw it out whatever you want to. I don't mind at all. Okay, a lot of words per second, not enough breathing per second. Okay. We're good. So, going to be trying to stream every day of April to reach at least the first goal. And the objective of the first goal for the Donathon is to just get the bare minimum I need to get set up for it. Maybe a light retexture, that sort of deal. I don't know if Noel is still doing commissions or not, but they'd be the first person I turn to for that sort of thing. Just because I like Noel and they're going to give me like a whole special spiel. They'll love it. I love them. They're great. I hope they're okay though. I haven't heard from them in a while. I'll probably send them a message later. And just be like, no! Are you alive? I know they are. I talked to them like a couple weeks ago, but you know how it is. And then from there, it's just like, oh yeah, a nice desktop camera, and then whatever software I need to figure out still. I tried to figure out the other day, but then I just kind of got sidetracked. So I'll be trying to commit like the rest of the week intermittently, just putting stuff together, so I can like actually get things properly underway instead of continuing to, not. They're streaming still. Okay, yeah, I know they're streaming every Tuesday. Oh wait, it is Tuesday. Would make sense why they're not yet. Well, shit. But yeah, as I know, they are still streaming and stuff like that. I'm going to take a little seat here for a moment because I have spoken so much I've actually winded myself. So, the biggest thing is essentially that for April. It's also my birthday in April. Fun fact. So I'm hoping that by the end of the month, I'll be able... Yeah, I should probably hydrate. Oh my god, that's so much better. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to reach at least the first goal, and then I'll have a couple other stretch goals in there. But it's overall going to be a little bit of an expensive project, but I should be able to make enough income myself to get the bare minimum at some point. Because business is picking up over at the Dairy Queens because now we're entering like spring and that sort of deal. Yeah, I know they also work. I know. Noel's a busy bean. I know. I need to talk to them more. I just want to see how they're doing and just keep in contact. That's always just a nice thing to do, you know? There's a couple friends I need to, like, hit up more often. Not even just for, like, VRChat purposes. Can y'all hear my AC? I'm going to assume you probably can't, because OBS should be noise filtering things. I'm hoping. I am hoping and I am coping that is the case. Yeah, there's quite a few friends I still need to, like, pick up and chat with again. But I digress. I'm hoping everything works out to the betterment of things, and that there's nothing really to worry about in the end, you know? I'm hoping everything just goes smoothly. It's a good way to get my feet wet again and, you know, producing content properly again without having to worry about things. And yeah, because I've had to delete a lot of old footage I had for personal reasons. And I have a couple things like I'm baking right now, but I just haven't been working on them because I've just been kind of like a bump on a log. But I'm taking April as a chance to like do like what I did back when I first started streaming in October, and that is like do a big old thing. Stream as many days as possible, push out videos in the in-between, and just absolutely get on the grind for that. And just like hammer it all out as best that I can. So, that's the hope. That April is going to be a chance to really shine and get back into the game properly. Because I'm tired of stagnation, right? I want to grow, and I'm not going to ever be able to grow if I'm perpetually like down here. I need to be putting my best foot forward, as it may be, and going as far forward as I can. I'm also working on my voice and just a variety of other fun things, because you probably can't hear the difference, because my voice is naturally wanting to be deep, and it is a pain. I also perpetually suffer from the throes of the human body that don't like me doing so, but it'll come around eventually. So yeah, that is the plan for April. It's just a big Valathon where I'm just going to be doing my absolute damnedest to get as much out there as possible during that month and trying to reach those donation goals. And I mean, hey, if above all else, I will probably at least make like $20, and that's, you know, good enough to get some Subway or something. And then I'll just like work around things as I can to get up to the point again, you know? Because while this model is pretty, I do still have my Nardoragon that I can still use for this foreseeable future until I can actually properly get the VRM and stuff to work. Real? Yeah. Because I don't know. I've never worked with VRMs before. I never dabbled with the programs. I've never, like, had any introduction to those. I don't even know if it's a VRM that I'm trying to do or not, or if it's like a 3D rigging. I don't know. And that's the whole point, is during this, like, little period and up to April, is figuring that shit out and getting it all together. And having the money to be able to go, okay, here's the program, here's the camera, here's the retexture, and anything else I may need. Which hopefully isn't much. I could also be like an absolute bitch and like add in one of those like Ring cameras behind my monitor. So I go fucking blind staring into the camera. Have you ever seen one of those? I've seen people use them all the time, and I just like, I can't imagine just like staring into the light constantly and not like having your eyes burn. My eyes already like are shit and just like randomly burn because of like allergies and stuff. So doing something like that would just turn them into like a miniature toaster ovens. Hell, even sometimes being in VR for too long will like start roasty toasting them as well. Little fried Valerie eyes. I don't know if anyone else has that same issue or not, but I hope not, because it fucking sucks. You know, I'm more so trying to think of like stretch goals in case we do manage to reach like the minimum, and then it's like, oh shit, I actually need to like, you know, have a way to put this money back into my content again, because that is always my goal. Whenever I get money, I always want to make sure I try and put that money back into my content so I can give back to the people who choose to give me funds for my stuff. That, or I buy food with it, because I also need to make sure I'm in good health in order to be putting stuff back. So, that is the hope. I know, like, it's also just like a tough financial time for everyone. And it's always like never my direct intention just to make money off of something, because that's not what I want to make content creation in general to be, or affiliated with. Yes, I would love to make a living off of content, don't get me wrong. I love expressing my creativity, my art, I love doing a lot of things, but I don't want to start being artificial by trying to make it too much of a business, because then it's no longer fun. You know what I mean? And like after a certain point, I guess you just don't get really a choice in that matter. But you know, I'm hoping to try and make that not come around for as long as possible. Because also I just don't want to associate my brain with it either. Okay. That was a lot of talking. I was going somewhere with that. Once again, I have lost my train of thought. But yes, hello everyone. That is the idea for April. And I'll probably mention it again later in the stream or at some point down the line. Or we can keep talking about it. I don't know. Like, I know, like, one of the stretch goals I plan on putting in there is like, oh, well, the model's good, but now it's like, well, you know what? Fuck it, full body tracking. See what else I can make. Because the idea is trying to put as much funding into giving back and having more tools at my disposal. Even if I don't know how to use them yet, I can come around to using it, you know? Like and subscribe. There's no choice. You have to. I'm begging you. You see the YouTube side. You see it. You don't get a choice. I've said the catchphrase. I've said like and subscribe. You don't get a choice anymore. You have to. It's the blood oath. Once the YouTuber speaks that to you, once you make it far enough in the video where they're like, make sure to like and subscribe, you are now contractually obligated to like and subscribe. My brain needs the dopamine, I beg of you. Kidding. You don't gotta. And I would never, like, force anyone to do so. That's why, like, the outros I always have are just like, oh, yeah, you know, fucking like and subscribe and text at the end of the everything else. And then, like, creditations for all the resources and stuff I used, because I'm not a dick. And to be honest, half the resources I use are free public resources that I just don't know who to credit for, or should get credit anyways. Let's get a little change of scenery here. To, like, my favorite version of this map. Which is just, like, the nighttime thing with shooting stars in the sky. My favorite version of it. Because I just think it's the most fun and prettiest. Because I spend a lot of time
in VR and stuff, just like sitting on the roof of the spaceship, like watching them go by and thinking. It's where I came to a lot of decisions and a lot of self-reflection. It's very pretty and I like it. It's just peaceful and it's wonderful. I have a lot of stuff moving forward to change in order to get everything prepared for, this whole thing going on. But I think it'll be a good, worthwhile change. I have to come up with like new character stuff. I have to, factor in everything properly. It is what it is. But I think in the end it's going to be a good change. And it's going to be a big change, I guess, because it's like, oh, well, now her representation is something completely different. Edge Medge gifted it to your one. Thank you, Edge. I don't know who you're gifting it to, but I appreciate it. Zephyrin, you? Take my money, silly goof. Okay, I will. Not that I get a choice, because Twitch will either send it to me or not. It depends on them. But hi, Edge. I haven't seen you talk before, actually. I hope you're doing well. And I appreciate you showing up and saying hi, at the very least. If you want to. Or don't. You could obviously go right back to lurking if you want to. I'm not your boss. I can't just be like, no, stay here. I'm gripping you by the throat. You have to stay and talk. It is the only way. My schizophrenia, my demons, they only allow me to talk for so long. You must provide me content for free. No, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, it's Cat. Hi, Cat. Fuck. I thought you'd be like Cat. That is cool. I never thought you would be like Edge Medge. Come on. What was Cat that is cool taken? Do they steal you of your title? Do I need to kill someone? No, this is my... I see. That is the account you go for whenever you're like, yeah, no, I'm a normal person. Here's my normal people things. And not all the other things I am. I can't tell you how many times at work that they'll be like, yeah, I know you stream and stuff, but what's your channel name? And it's like, I'm not gonna tell you. I don't want you to know. Number one. Number two, I don't want you to know about all of this. Absolutely not. It's not happening. You're never gonna guess it, and you're never gonna figure it out. So, let's keep it that way. I will vaguely mention it on occasion as a joke, and then I will never bring it up again. Yeah, they're just occasionally oh yeah, you stream and stuff, and oh yeah. So what's your channel? And it's you wouldn't know it. It's very obscure. Oh, you can tell us though. You kind of want to want. No, you really don't. You really don't. You really don't. I don't want getting any weird looks at work. So you cosplay as a sexy furry animal on the internet. Is that what I am to understand? Yes, boss, that is exactly the case. But you don't put forth the amount of personality you do there as you do into work. No, because I'm paid minimum wage, which means minimum effort. I also don't want them, eventually finding it and being wow, you have radical political opinions. It's yes. As one of the male to female organisms and, of the liberal variety, I do have radical opinions. How'd you know? I have a friend who won't share his art with me because he does anime degeneracy. What's your channel? I'm actually banned. I don't even stream it. Tell your pus to get you a fursuit and that'll increase company morale. No one at my work knows I'm a furry. They know I'm trans. I've told them that. But they don't know I'm a furry, and they know I do content, but they don't know what kind of content I do. And I prefer to keep it that way. And if they assume it's, the blue site content, then that's on them. Thankfully, I'm on the purple site, known as Twitch.
Your opinions wouldn't be radical if your country wasn't fascist. Hey, you're right. You shouldn't have to be right, though. But you are right. It's radical to not be a Nazi in America. We've known that from the start. Would it be worse if your coworkers... No, it would be better, honestly, because if they're all furries and everything's, like, chill, because then I can, like, we can bitch about furry culture. It'd be great. They talk about sex a lot, alright? Like, they do. I know so much about their sex lives. It's like the main thing they talk about, and I'm like, why does that all y'all talk about? It's like, because that's the only thing we really do, because, like, there's nothing else for us to do. And it's like, you know, fair, but, like... Jesus Christ, I don't need to know about your boyfriend ripping your hymen. Or, you know, the fact you struggle to, like, you know, do certain things. I really don't need to know that. Is it funny, though? Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. I can't relate to 90% of it, though. It's still fucking funny. As someone who has a furry coworker, it is very awkward. Yes, sometimes. Yeah, no, they've straight up told me a lot about their, yeah. I know a lot more than I would like to know. And they know it. They know it so well, because they're always like, aren't you glad you work with us? And I'm like, I am, because you're my favorite boss. However, holy shit, you're unhinged. Never have I ever had a coworker straight up tell me how big their boyfriend's dick is. Never thought I would be, like, entitled to that information, but here I am. And I know so much more than I want to. I think one of the best parts was just, like, because, like, I work, like, the front staff, so most of them are all, like, women. And, like, everyone in the back is, like, all guys. So I'm, like, the only, like, masculine person there, according to the public and whatever. And so I'll just be sitting there doing my thing, and they'll be like, oh my god, there's, like, this such a fine guy who just, like, pulled up to the drive-thru, and oh my god, he smiled at me. He's such a fucking baddie. And, like, going on and on about it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, lady. Relax. It's not that big of a deal. Ah, but he's so fine. It's like, yeah, and he's driving a beat-up old pickup truck. Trust me, that's not something you want. I know where that path leads, and that path leads to being a baby mama. Don't do it. Girl, you sit me fucking falling in laugh with that boyfriend hymen. How big is it? I don't fucking know how big it is, but evidently it's big enough. Like she brought it up randomly. I'm like, why are you telling us about how your boyfriend is sizable enough to cause that to you? And she's like, I don't know. It's like, okay. I don't know. I don't have exact measurements. I never met their boyfriend and, like, whipped out a ruler and was like, oh, yes, that's a solid 7 inches there. That's not bad, but I know most furries tend to have, like, that big. You ain't seen any kinds until you've had the fuzzy kind. Some shit weird like that. I don't fucking know. I assume she told you the link. I don't know. She never did. She never told me his actual length, and I wouldn't expect her to know it either on most hands, because, like, most of the time, right, you don't know your partner's, like, exact size, right? Unless they, like, explicitly tell you because they take pride in it or whatever, but, like, I don't know, I go and fuck someone in VRChat, I'm not like, oh yeah, that's a solid, like, oh, that's a tenor right there, that's a good honky boy. Like, I don't fucking know. And I assume that's, like, kind of how it is in real life. They just kind of, like, you know, they shag and they're like, oh, they're pretty fucking big, and then eventually they'll maybe ask and know. Like, oh yeah, you know, like, he's huge, he's 3 inches, it's amazing. I'm just imagining the scene from Shape of Water where the lady is describing the anatomy of the fish man. No. But yes, For April, with me streaming every day, I plan on doing so. I plan on doing like a once a week VRChat stream as well on like Saturdays or something. I'm not quite sure which day I'll have it be, but just a day dedicated to doing just VRChat. Just a chat, hang out, reconsolidate, that sort of deal. And to, of course, show off, because I also love showing off. Does she? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Practice my voice? I promise you, I am always practicing my voice. I don't know why I still have that redeemed, but I guess that's like really trying to like push everything up there properly. Because like I've been trying to get back into like properly learning my voice and that sort of deal. And I'm at the stage where it's like I have the introductory parts. I almost fell over there. I have the introductory parts down, but now it's to the point of like trying to build up the muscle, right? So I can like, it's also like figuring out the exact position, what to clinch, how to like reduce things. So just relax. Position the tongue.
Good girl.
Clench slightly, and then like you can kind of like hold it about here, project from like up there in the nasal region, that sort of deal. And something akin to this is kind of like the practicing voice for me, somewhere in there. But if I like reduce like my mouth space and like talk like a little less, because when I talk I like open my mouth a lot because I do a lot of projecting, but if I like reduce that amount and I just like talk a little bit softer and like I stop trying to project as much and like pull it in a little bit, be a little bit more breathy with it, then I can kind of achieve something along this line, you know? It's difficult, and there's like many complicated pieces of the puzzle that I need to like put together and achieve. And sometimes I can do it a lot better if I'm like LARPing a character as opposed to like just talking by myself. I don't know why, but just sometimes that's just how it is. Oh, that's good water. That's the hard part about VRChat. I have to stand here and make content. Also, sorry to everyone, I didn't expect the good girl to be so loud. It's loud? It shouldn't be that loud. Is it actually like genuinely like very loud? Because like I can correct all that. That's actually not too big an issue. I have a a dial, a thingy that you like what is it called again? I know what it is, I just can't, like a volume knob. There you go. I have like a volume slider adjuster. Hi! Bit on the high end, but reasonable. It wasn't that bad. Okay, so it's not too loud. Which is the objective. As long as it's not like, oh, your eardrums are all like shattered. I think it's fine. It works. As long as it works, right? It'll just be your headphones, to be honest. Well, I mean, you never know exactly what it could be. I will definitely check after stream, though. Make sure all my stuff is set right and that it's not duplicating audio again. Because the way I do it is a little scuffed. Because OBS doesn't actually like when you play sound effects that you can hear, but it's through OBS as opposed to like your desktop. So I'm hoping and coping that it is the way I think it is, and not some weird hillbilly way I've done it. And so I should just be able to like just go, okay, just a little quieter. Just a little bit. Odds are, though, it probably means I've done it in such a weird jury-rigged way that it's going to be a pain in the ass no matter which way I go about it. So, girls are just, who knows. Also, hi! B6, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been well. I had to, like, I had to like scrunch and read the name because the way, I don't know why I'm trying to show you it, you can't see it, of course, naturally. It's the Twitch chat thing that I use to read my Twitch chat. It has everyone's names differently colored. And so it's like, with B6's name, for example, it's just a dark blue on a black background. So it's like, I think that's what I'm reading. Like, most of them are fine, because, like, you know, like, Cats is white, Fluffy's orange, Stream Elements is, like, a pink purple, Tally's is red, you know, it's fine. Like, it's all fine. But when it comes to, like, oh, yeah, you know, Maximum Blue, I can barely see it. And that's 90% of the reason because I'm just fucking blind. My glasses are very thick, and I'm overdue to actually get new glasses. I should set up an appointment for that before I forget. As well as dentistry. I still need to get my wisdom teeth removed. Maybe my tonsils as well. I don't think I got my tonsils removed either. I have a lot of shit I need to pull out of my body. I already got the appendix removed, so I'm like halfway done with the list already. Right? Did I ever tell you all that story? Did I ever tell you that my appendix almost exploded? Did I ever get into that? I don't remember if I did or not. I'm gonna tell you anyways, just in case I didn't. I'm pretty sure I have, but I don't think I like expanded upon it in a while. When I was like 15 or 16 and living with my dad in my aunt's house, it's a really weird, complicated situation, don't worry about it. It was like hanging out, and then I was like at school, and I was like, my insides feel like they're going to explode. I could barely I was like struggling to walk and get around, and I got home and I was just like, I couldn't leave my bed, and it was just like, oh my god, either I need to take the biggest like shit in history, or I'm going to fucking die. And I tried, got around. Tonsils aren't mandatory at the least. Yeah, that's true. And I was like, I could barely get around. I'm like, hey, I need to go to the hospital. I'm 16. I can't drive. I can't go anywhere actually right now because I'm going to die. I can barely move. And my dad was like, no, give it like 3 days. So for 3 days, I essentially skipped school because I couldn't get out of bed from the pain. And they're like, and my dad's just like, oh, you're just being like overly dramatic. But I'm like, day 1.5, day 2, I literally was just like crying and begging and like, please take me to a hospital. Something is not right. I am in genuine fear for my life. And he was like, fine. And like, took me to the hospital, and they're like, okay, we're gonna test for like to see if it's appendicitis or if you just need a shit. And it's like, okay, I'm like, you know, help. So they take me back to like the ER room, and they like stick an IV in me, to which I almost do genuinely die because they almost gave me an air embolism. But my dad was like, oh, hey, and just like pinched the tube shut so I didn't do that. And the nurse was like, oh yeah, sorry about that. You know, all that. And they're like, okay, so we're going to take you to this little doohickey here. We're going to inject you with radiation. It's going to scan you. Hey, did you know your appendix is about to explode? No. No, I did not know this. What the fuck? Oh, that's so fucked. You could have died. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And so they're like, yeah, like it's on like the verge of exploding pretty much. Like you probably have like 3 or 4 hours before that point, but we're gonna get you to like emergency immediate surgery. Is that okay? Like we're gonna do that for you real quick. And it's like, yes, please. And so they like wheeled me over to this one area, and they're like, okay, you know, everything's fine. It's just, you know, routine surgery. Is the best guy, all that fun stuff. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. Now count down from 10 to 1. And I said, I already know I'm not even going to reach 10. I passed out. And I woke up in the hospital. And I look down, and then there's like these horrible stitches and shit, and I'm like, okay, my dick's still there, so, you know, that's a shameful thing, but, you know, at least the appendix and pain is gone. It's so hard post-surgery to actually, like, use the restroom in any capacity, because, like, all of your stuff is, like, in stasis for a little bit because of all the drugs and stuff. So, like, I was like, I need to piss. Well, come on. And just, like, stood there for, like, a full 10 minutes before I was able to do so. My fucking dad was in there, too, and the guy's like, okay, so, like, I'm really good in my needlework, stuff like that, but, you know, we may want to come back here in, like, a week just to make sure everything's, like, healed up properly, that sort of deal. I'm like, yeah, okay. And so, drive home. Dad never takes me back there to, like, ensure everything's fine, but no complications yet so far, so I'm hoping it's still fine. Now I just have, like, a little scar down here and, like, a little... yeah. I have slight abdominal scarring from surgery because my dad almost got me killed. And they're like, yeah, so I, like, asked the nurse a little bit before I was, like, in there. I'm like, so, like, you know, if it is appendicitis, like, what happens? What's going on? They're like, oh, appendicitis is, like, basically this, like, non-consequential organs. Like, yeah, I know what the appendix is, but, like, what is appendicitis exactly? That's, like, something I never actually learned. I'm like, oh, well, basically, like, it becomes infected, right? I'm like, yeah, and it explodes. What? Yeah, it becomes infected, and then it explodes bile and basically rots all up and down your system. And as you know, we like to keep diseases and dirt outside of our body. So whenever all that shit's inside the body and already working on basically rotten tissue, well, the results tend to warrant a painful death. So yeah, you know, hopefully you don't have appendicitis, you know, that would be really terrible. It's like, yeah, but I know it's already appendicitis. Hoping for free bottom surgery? I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind, right? Like, if you just woke up one day and you had the genitals you wanted, would you be upset? Like, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna fix your appendix, and then you, like, wake up and it's like, oh yeah, like, you know, you have a vajayjay now. Hope you don't mind, you know. Oh, we're at it. We gave you, like, big fucking bahonkas too, and it's like, I can't be mad. It's exactly what I wanted, but not in this way. A girl can dream, yeah, right? Pass out, wake up, and it's like, oh, my cock is gone. Jesus came down and he took it. And he said, whoa, become the Virgin Mary, to which I became just Mary very quickly. I mean, I'd be slightly confused. I'd be confused, and then I'd just be like, I guess this is just, you know, how I'm living now. Oh no. And if they're like, oh, well, actually, we weren't supposed to, I'm like, I don't know, no backsies. The hole is there. It's no backsies. You've already done your part. No backsies. You've already given it to me. You can't take it back. You can't uninvert the penis. It's already inverted. The damage is done. You know. Hey, listen. If I got free bottom surgery, I would brag about it immediately, and then I would immediately have no use for the dilator, because I have so many other things at my disposal for that purpose. Right? Because that's like the first thing one would do the moment the doctor's like, okay, after like 20 revisions and stuff, and all this time, yeah, it looks... Yeah, you can go have sex now. Alright, thanks, Doc. I know what I'm gonna do when I get home. You know? Can't Uno reverse my... The idea that brings up in my head, just like playing Uno, and then someone's like, reverse, and like throws it on the table, like slides down, falls in a dude's lap, and it's just like, you know, just fucking inverts his dick. That's basically what bottom surgery is. Okay, so I'm gonna sit down for this one, right? Right, come here, camera. You can't hide from me. Come here. All right. So, if you didn't know, bottom surgery is essentially taking the penis and essentially inverting it. I shit you not. They take the penis. They proceed to, like, I don't know the exact process. They cut off your balls for one, I know that much. But they reuse a lot of the tissue and, like, nerve systems, that sort of deal, of the penis. Like, your tip becomes like the clitoris and all that fun stuff, and it's basically inverted, right? If you didn't know that. So, when I say penis inversion, I literally do mean basically a penis inversion. It's amazing how well they can. Yeah, it's amazing. Play some cultivation sim and turn yourself into a female to make your penis fall off. It's amazing how well. Yeah, it's amazing what they can do. But I still have not made plans for bottom surgery myself. I have insurance that would cover it, yes. However, I'm also deathly afraid of losing my sensitivity down there, as well as needing to do like 20 different revision surgeries. You know what I'm saying? And that is a very real fear. Because, like, I need to move that so it's, like, not in my fucking way anymore. Alright? So I can look at my camera and be, like, the complete and utter autistic bastard I am. So I can stare at myself. Right? I guess we'll say crisscross. We'll say crisscross. Because I don't have full body, so because I'm poor, right? So if you didn't know, essentially, whenever you get full bottom surgery, right? ELO attitude, yeah, that's true. Whenever you get a full bottom surgery, what happens is 9 times out of 10, you have to go back for a revision. And it's just because, like, stuff has healed, stuff has shifted, and, you know, while making it, it looks not so pretty. But after it heals a bit, it's easier to tell where things are and how it needs to be adjusted. But there is also a chance that due to the sheer trauma caused upon your genitalia area, that you could just lose all sense of feeling down there. And then you wind up with no penis and essentially just a hole. And that's no fun. Probably not the best time for optionals. Yeah, it's not, especially in the United States, right? In the United States alone, even though I'm in a state that is like, has publicly said they are going to like stand up for trans rights for as long as they can, and this is like one of the most pro-trans states you can have, it's also still, you know, I don't want to get bottom surgery immediately just for my government to go, oh, okay, sir. We hope you understand, sir, that with your bottom surgery, we revoke your life. Why? Because you're trans. Oh. Now, why does that have an effect on anything, good sir? Well, sir, ma'am, sir, you see, we just don't like you. Because we're Nazis. Ah, yeah, no, that makes sense. Can I claim asylum in any other country? No, because we're America. And clearly nothing can ever go wrong in America. So says our economic powerhouseness. A lot of countries are afraid to claim that on us, but meh. Is what it is. Such as the government stealing a lot of personal information, doing their damnedest to revoke as many trans things as possible. People who change from like male to female, having their pronouns reverse back to male or back to female respectively, and like refusing care all across the place, removing all mentions of them, LGBT
LGBTQ is now just being referred to as LGB, removing the trans, and once again just trying to do trans erasure. In addition to like the CDC removing all like trans things in their archive, that sort of thing. It's not a good time for us. It really isn't. It's fucking awful, to be completely honest with you. It's not good in the slightest. If you're an American trans person, I don't have any words of comfort apart from the sheer power of protesting. If you are in a position or place where you can get up and protest to the Nazis in power, you absolutely should. Do exactly what they do to us. Anytime we gain an inch in rights, be loud, be obnoxious, and create as many disturbances as possible legally. Legally. I'm clarifying. Do so legally. My good little chaos gremlins. And eventually, they will be forced to listen. And if they don't, that's why we have alternatives, of which I cannot state. Namely, just getting the fuck out of this terrible, terrible place. You know what I'm saying? Silver lining, Canada is starting to talk about revoking the US safe third country status. Thank God. Oh hey, and when they're removing stuff, they removed Enola Gay because it has gay, and even though it has nothing to do with the LGBT, shows they're also quite incompetent. Yeah, they're stupid. State governor doing shitty podcasts and finding overright peddlers, just not giving hope for the future of the state. There is also another fun thing about it, right? Is I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, they're removing the, not only like the school board, my brain's not working. You know what I mean though, the, main education system. They're removing the main, government outlet for that, so schools are about to suffer very massively, more than they already do, right? All schools are basically broke. And with the Board of Education? What is it? Why? Department of Education. There we go. I don't know why my brain was making that more complicated than it had to be. And what they're doing is essentially they're going to be removing it entirely. And just taking all the funds and putting more emphasis in private schools, while also putting Christian first teachings into the education system and removing the separation of church, state, and education. So you're going to be learning, your children in the United States are going to be learning Christian history. And I cannot begin to tell you how wrong that is. There are many things incorrect about that should have you go, yes, this is why I'm not going to have a child for the next 20 years. Because that means the ideas of evolution, vaccines, and many other things are now no longer valid and are going to be expunged from our curriculum in favor of teaching them to be good little Christian boys and girls and go and diddle kids when they become adult Catholics. It's a better alternative, I tell ya. Absolutely better than making the next league of engineers, scientists, and other sort of deals. Instead, we have Bible studies. I love my Bible study time. It's not like it's just a conglomeration of stories and ideas and principles instead of something that's supposed to be looked at and respected entirely, and that has been modified numerous times by big white corporations. It wouldn't be used for oppression, right? Department of Education. Yeah, it's the Department of Education. And the Federal Department of Education will be replaced with the State Department of Indoctrination in red states. Yeah, I'm someone who is religious, but at least make it a choice. Yeah, okay. I have nothing against good religious people who treat their religion the way they're supposed to treat it. I have issues
with the right-wing style of religion. And so when I say, like, you know, when I make fun of that sort of deal, I'm implying the majority of the bad ones, because it is becoming more and more and more and more of a minority to actually follow your religion as it's supposed to be. Those under Christian teachings and that sort of deal learn from, like, love thy neighbor, don't, like, force yourself upon, like, other people's ideals, that sort of deal. It's a lot more peaceful, and it's just like, let bygones be bygones as it is. They're not weaponized for hate or anything else like that. But a vast majority of them are polarized and used as weapons, as opposed to the way they are supposed to be, which is like teachings of morality and that sort of deal. You know what I'm saying? So I do not have a vendetta or anything against religion. I have a vendetta against religion that's been weaponized. Sorry, this model has like a little Protogen follower that I didn't disable, and it is concurrently like having a seizure. I don't know. I'm gonna stop looking at that. On that topic, RFK Jr. said that the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918 was caused by vaccines. Vaccines didn't go into lifestyle protection until the 50s. Pray away the eroding human structure. It's even more funny when you consider that the United States, like, there's several pockets of red, like, politically, who are spreading literal pandemics amongst each other, such as measles, mumps, that sort of deal. Like, I remember you talking to me about that once before, Fluffy, where it was like a gathering of people in Texas were having measles parties, which are things that cause basically permanent brain damage over time and are just really bad in general. And we have vaccines against it already, but, you know, they never want to use vaccines, because they do horrible things with the vaccines. Yeah, what's in the vaccine? Oh, there's horrible things in there, like mercury. You mean from, like, over 60 years ago? Oh, well, there's nanobots. We don't even have that technology yet. We don't have a functional robot smaller than the size of my hands. You do understand that, right? There is no such thing as a nanobot. I promise you. Oh, well, they're injecting plastics into you. I doubt it. I mean, if you want to go all the way to say that, and even, like, say that it's true, everything we have basically puts plastic in us. And in that sense, the only plastic you're gonna get is from the... No, you can't even get it from the syringe, because the syringe is all glass. I mean, I guess, like, the stopper is rubber. Still not plastic. Even if there's, like, the only way it would get plastic into you is if the substance itself came into contact with plastic and it gathered a few particulates of plastic. Even then, that's not enough to hurt you. Right? Like, I don't... There is no argument for anti-vaccinations that works. Like, you're already eating plastic. Yeah. Doesn't meso... Yeah, it's really bad. One anti-vax family in Texas lost their younger daughter to the current measles outbreak, and they have said that it's better for her to be dead than to have gone through the trauma of a vaccination. They're going around as anti-vax propaganda grifters selling their story now. How is that a good story? What the fuck? Ah, yeah, you know, she fucking died, but good thing she did, because a vaccine would have been much worse. Yeah, she went to the doctor's office, he stuck her with a needle, and that was it. That was so much worse for your now dead daughter, you piece of shit. I am in fear for America's children. Not only for the terrible, terrible education system they've been dealt, but for the amount of parents who believe they would rather have their children fucking die than sooner give in to the idea of there being a basic medicinal thing that prevents you from committing death upon contracting it. You know? Like, Oh, wow, we have the flu vaccine. Why? It protects you from the flu. And you know, the best thing is, these parents are fucking vaccinated too. They're fucking vaccinated. The parents are already vaccinated. And yet, they don't want their children getting vaccinated. Because they believe their children are going to die from getting a vaccine that has been tried, tested, and proven again and again and again and again. So they'd rather have them die than get the same vaccine they got as kids, but even more improved. Okay, goodbye, hands. They're literally saying a vaccine causes suffering more. How? Quote me the goddamn source! Ah! Despite being humans, it is very clear some of us still are very relatable to our monkey ancestors in terms of intelligence. Sorry, this got all political. I should probably dial it back. I should probably rein y'all in and be like, okay, enough talking about my shit stain of a country. It's time to talk about something more positive in our lives, as opposed to, you know, continuing to talk about all of that. You know what I'm saying? As I remember, getting vaccinated was for the COVID, only felt sickish for like 1 to 2 days, better than losing 1 to 2 days than your life, even if that. It's fucking atrocious what people are willing to do in order to kill their children. I mean, hey, they want to take away abortion, so now they believe the next best thing to do to get rid of the child is just to let it die from natural causes. How else are they going to hide it from their mistress? It's impossibly apolitical. Listen, you already know my political stance, alright? It's something I cannot say in public for fear of getting executed by the police. As a trans person, I'm afraid to like put a trans sticker or like anything that shows I am in public. In fact, I'm like afraid because I like have a distinct chest now. I'm afraid someone's just gonna be like, eventually like put 2 and 2 together. It's not just a guy speaking in a higher pitched tone who looks like they have a chest. That's a transgender person. You know, I might just start carrying around my pocket knife again. Plus, people seem to like watching politics chats and VRChat for some reason. Yeah, your political stance is that you want to be left the fuck alone to live your life in peace. That is true. I want to get my hormones put inside of me like a good little bitch, and I want to be another woman's bitch. That is my political stance. Leave me the fuck alone. But you choose to continue taking my rights away for no apparent reason and wishing I was dead, despite having never met me. Okay, fair on you. I commit right a Molotov. It's only fair. You want to kill me? Therefore, I get to defend myself. Let it exist in peace. Let it exist. Like, how crazy is it to say that? Yeah, that is true. Trans puppy girl aspirations, true goals. Listen, whatever, you can call me whatever you want, you know, as long as you, like, hold me by the throat. But the one thing you cannot be is a Nazi. At that point, it goes from like up here down to here, and I proceed to want to enact the right of hammer. I still have to tend to old people who come in wearing like MAGA hats and stuff, and I can't, as I said in my Discord, the immediate thought I have in my head is, if they're allowed to walk around with Nazi memorabilia, I should be allowed to walk around with pride pins in my work hat.
I'm worried about wearing tight shirts because my breast's starting to show and can't hide it. Nah, fucking... For some reason, it also just makes me incredibly spiteful to the point of like, fuck it. I'm gonna try even harder to present. And if they notice I am, they decide to be an asshole, then everyone already knows they're an asshole. So, meh, fuck it. Thanks for noticing my tits, sweetheart. Hello, Atomi! You might still be loading in, actually. You're probably still loading in. Nope, there you are. Hi! How you doing? You doing okay, Atomi? Here, I'll swap my camera off.
Better.
I'll swap my camera off tracking me, and I'll just have it like... Where are you? I disabled it. I foresaw this outcome. I already foresaw what was going to occur. And I had already planned for it. Please auto-level. Please auto-level. Please. I'm begging you. Okay, that is moderately better. I don't... Why am I trying to show you it? You can't see this. Now I need to, like, try and move my YouTube chat because I have, like, migrated over here. That's better. Please? Oculus? I think I'm good. I need a drink. I need to tap into my glass of rum. Give me a second. Not actually rum. Yeah, tell me you missed all the fun. We were talking about politics.
For a stream.
Yeah, it's fun to stream about politics, you know? Who's it gonna tell me? Who's it gonna tell me? You're a good girl. You're a very good girl. You're very sweet. You're very nice. You're very fluffy. You're a good girl. My family hasn't even commented on mine and I have beat-ups. Yeah, my mom said I have man boobs. I think I have like... I don't know, it's a distinct chest. I couldn't tell you the exact cup size. B. This hyena right here, she's fucking cute. I don't know if you met her or not. She's fucking adorable. And my headset's so many, I put it on the charger. Come here. Where's my power extender cord? I am prepared for all cases of tomfuckery, Oculus. You cannot stop me. I invoke the right of extended power pack, and you must respect it. I have to pull my shorts up because they've been falling down. But yeah, she's super sweet and she's super cute. I mess with her all the time. She has a crush on me. I'm bullying you to my live chat of like maybe 5 people. How do you feel? How does it feel to get publicly humiliated in front of 5 people?
I'm getting bullied.
What would you say?
That
It feels good.
I'm getting bullied, and that's all I have to say.
She is the adorable Atomi. Yeah, she is adorable. She is an adorable little hyena. Who's a good hyena? Who's a good hyena? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? You're a good girl. Can you say that for me? Can you say that you're a good girl? Can you? Can you? Can you say it for me? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? You're a good girl. You're a very good girl. You're a good hyena. You're a good Atomi. You're a good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl. I have the tendency of like I can't keep my hands to myself in VR. I like petting and touching. I don't know why. I just have that tendency to non-stop do so and just always be doing something. She can vouch for me, and many others can too, that I'll just like sit there and I'll just be messing with them or something. And it's just like the weird idea of like just not wanting to sit still. Not that I'm opposed to it though. It's really nice. Valerie, I'm not a dom veil, proceeds to immediately do the doming thing. Here, I'm trying to get the camera to like look in a good direction, but I'm too stupid. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll just... Yeah, that works. That's good enough, right? I think that's good. So I should probably be using the flying function instead of grabbing it. Oh, it turns out there's an entire function dedicated to me just moving the camera that I should be using instead of my meat hunks. There we go. I did not mean to grab you. I want... No! Give! Yes. Give me the thing that makes me an absolute fucking slut and staring at myself constantly. Thank you. That's what I prefer. There we are. Hiya, Tommy. I hope you've had a good day. It is bullying to say the truth. Must pet cannot resist gay program. No, I can resist my gay programming. It's just too much fun to, like, not do so. What? I can resist my like...
No.
You have proof?
Absolutely not.
You have proof?
Yes and no.
Is it stream-friendly proof?
Maybe not.
And so you see, this is the part where I'm very careful. On how to proceed. Because, like, you can talk about, like, sexual things on camera, on Twitch, and I don't know about YouTube's policy, but they haven't banned me yet, so I'm just assuming it's the same as Twitch's. But you can talk about the stuff, but you can't describe like the exact acts, that sort of deal. So you can be like, oh yeah, you know, choke on my dick, and as long as you don't describe the actual act of doing so, you can say like do so and stuff. You know? Make sense? Yeah. You're a disaster lesbian. Yes, I am. She is too. Half the people in my Discord are, now that I think about it. I have assembled a community of lesbians, and I could not be more proud of myself. God, you're just so fucking cute. Adorable. You know that. You're very cute. You're very cute. You're very precious. You're very cute. Aww. Sweet little bean. Bump. 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 I will turn back on the boop for you if that's what you want. Okay, I will turn it back on just for you. If I pick the right option. If I pick the right option. If I pick the right option. There we go. There you go, now it's on.
I searched Fox on YouTube yesterday, and apparently there's a lesbian... Oh, with that as her surname, and all the results were borderline porn. When I was like a kid, I used to look on YouTube and was just like, pornography. Surprisingly, YouTube never had any. And I was so confused as a kid. That is like the platform for videos. Now as an adult, I understand. I shouldn't have been searching on my dad's phone. Because his immediate question to me the very next day was like, so what the fuck? And as a kid, I was just like, titties? And in my defense, that went from like a 2-week grounding only to a 1 week. Because I said the right answer. First little video called Lesbians Kissing. Oh my god. I'm not surprised though. Half the content on like YouTube and stuff is fucking just, you know, clickbait, sex bait, that sort of deal. And I can't say that like VRChat's much better. I mean, I really can't. But it's also like half the fun is just feeling good and looking good, you know? Like, if I don't fly off to Neverland, holy shit. I try to grab my sword, but I forget this world has a gimmick for that as well. No. No. Grab. 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 Anything but that, please. Grab. Grab. No. Grab. No. Grab. No. No. Alright, I give up. I give up. It's staying exactly where it is. It's not going anywhere. No matter what I do, that thing is not coming off my back. And I just have to accept that. B, how you Tommy? I hope you're doing well. I have to sit myself back up. I started like laying down, and it's like I already know the path that leads down to, and that path leads down to I become incredibly lazy for the next like 10 minutes. So I can't lay down now. I just have to sit here petting you and making idle conversation about random bullshit. That's maybe political, maybe not, or maybe it's just me doing ASMR bullshit of being like, you're such a good girl, you're such a good girl. Who's a good at Tommy? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. What a good girl. What a good girl. Give me a little bark. Just a little bark. For me. Aww. I'll get you later then. Whatever it may be. You totally ship us? No, shush. Your dad probably figured at least you're not gay. How wrong was he? When I was a teenager, you could find soft porn on YouTube if you did the right... Yeah, you can find soft stuff, but like never the full thing. I like the plastic funk Val... Don't... No shipping. No shipping. No, I disallow it. I forbid it. There is no hooking up. Well, I mean, there is hooking up, but not in the sense of like... You know. Like, I fucked this hyena before, and she's fucked me a little bit. But no, none of the relationship stuff. Maybe in the future, though. Maybe. I don't know. You would look cute in such a way, but I approve of the gay. Is there a VOD you can buy? What do you mean a VOD you can... No, I don't I don't do that kind of material. Not yet. I could. I would need full body tracking for that, though. So, no. Not for now. Maybe when I'm desperate enough. Or maybe just for fun. I don't know. It would be very... I'm not going to get into that conversation. Not on stream. Not going to do that. That is bait. That is the pathway down to Twitch telling me to not exist. And I'm already close to that line. Gonna take it several steps back. Rewind it.
Big time help.
They played a clown honk the moment I touched your nose that time. I just joined. Who is that? This is Atomi. She is a very pretty girl. She also has a crush on me. She is from Germany. She is very lovely. This is a fine specimen of things I have put my tongue into. I'm telling you, you should get... you can't say that. Don't say the website name. Wait, no. No. We can't talk about that. We refer to that as the blue site. And I do not condone anyone heading over in that direction or any content that is posted there. That I have to say for Twitch reasons. Hopefully. That is good enough. But yeah, no, you're not supposed to say it. Atomi is a good German girl. Yeah, she is. You easily find your way escape from the Fash country that way. You're not wrong. Isn't the blue sky blue sky? No, blue sky is blue sky. We can talk about blue sky. That's fine. But we can't talk about the blue site. Any site that features, we can't talk about. Because for the way of Twitch describes it, it's basically like, if you talk about it, you're sending traffic their way, and they don't condone any of those sorts of things. So, like, I can't say, like, the Furry one, which is the funny MSG website. I can't say, the other one, or the blue site, and y'all can't say it either, because what I'm supposed to do is immediately delete that, and get rid of it. However, as you can see, I don't exactly have an easy means of going into my chat, digging it up, and then deleting it, and or whatever, so just don't do it. No. You don't say that. Well, this stream isn't going to be uploaded. They're automatically uploaded. And I can upload this stream to YouTube if I want to. There's nothing stopping me. I don't mind uploading my shit. I'm not afraid of what happens. I am not afraid. Because I have a Discord with all the people in it who like to watch my stuff. And so that means as long as I have that, I'll be probably okay. Probably. You're a mod, loud. Thank you. Yeah, don't talk about weird sites like Neopet and the new Varwolf. I don't know what that one is. So there's VODs. Yeah. Yeah, I can private the VODs, but I don't care. It's not worth it. It's really not. I don't care to. I don't think it's worth the trouble, so I just set them to automatically post onto Twitch. All my VODs are posted there on Twitch automatically. I don't post to YouTube with my VODs because I tried that already, and that got absolutely nothing. So I was just like, okay, so that formula of easy bake content is not a good approach. So I stopped doing that. Now, if it's something worthwhile, I will download the VOD and I will cut and edit it in DaVinci Studio. Have I ever showed you my editing process? Well, come in a day or two, or probably today maybe, I don't know. You'll get a see of it. I'll probably stream it in the staff VC and I'll just be like doing my thing. I call it a process, but it's more like
when you were editing your
Sonic Adventures
in like in one of the VCs, I can't remember. I think it was VRChat.
Hi, Kobe. It's safer to private the VODs on Twitch and upload to YouTube. Oh. Why did their mic get 1000% audio? I don't know. It's VRChat. I mean, I can also just do this. Click. And adjust the mic level if I need to. But no, tell me you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know what this microphone is doing. There's this new headset I have, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's up and down for her. But it's fine. She's still a good girl, aren't you? You're still a good girl. You're still a good girl. Give me a little bark. I'll get you to bark one way or another, sweetie. It's just a matter of time. This little woof. For everyone out there. Very cute. I promise I'll shower you with lots of praise. Just a little bark. Just a little woof. You do that for me, just a little woof. Come on. You can be a good girl, it's okay. Come on. I know you can. She's not usually this defiant. I think it's just because I have you on camera, isn't it? I'll get you. Eventually. Eventually, I'll get you. And you can relax, like, it's perfectly fine to do so on camera. I wouldn't be, like, encouraging it otherwise, as long as you're not, like, you know, like, about it. What was that?
No, I'm confused.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
If you publish the VODs to Twitch, they're more likely to strike you for content violations. FX, stream shyness is a thing. I'm aware stream shyness is a thing. Doesn't mean I can't use the power of peer pressure, though. That sounds horrible, actually. I'm sorry. I don't mean it that way. Because if you don't want to on the stream, that's also perfectly fine. I'm not going to force you to or anything like that. But it's also fun to, like, try and make you do so, because I also know you like that. Because I know you like nothing better than for me to sit here and be like, oh yeah, can my good girl bark? Can you bark for me, good girl? Can you do that for me? And just continue trying to goad it out of you. And you know if you don't give it to me, I have to keep doing so. Over and over again. And you know I'll keep trying for the sake of the fact it's on camera and everything. You're smart. But eventually, you'll have to relent. Eventually. Eventually. Unless I figure out some other way to get you. When Val makes you perform, you're immune to the peer pressure. I dig a Tova. Shut up. I don't make anyone perform in front of my cameras.
alright? Any content I produce is typically unscripted unless it's a specifically scripted video. Like the reviews and stuff like that where I do like, you know, the whole voiceover footage. Because you can't like not script those. I can't not like free mic it. I mean, I can. It's not a good idea though. I mean, when's the last time you hear someone review something and they're just like, just going out the gate? You know? Unscripted, unsupervised, unmediated. I mean, like, when I make a review thing, I try to, like, impassionately rant as I do so. So it's a little bit, like, unscripted in the sense of, like, it's tapping into the autism of the moment to talk about it. And then I put that down on paper, and then I reread it back, pretty much. And I tap back into that brain cell of mine. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay, good. I'm glad that makes some sense. Yet, star. I don't know what you said, Fluffy. You know, I don't make anyone perform on my cameras. I don't make anyone... I tell you rules. I go like, okay, I can maybe trust you on camera. Here's what you can and cannot say. Have fun. Everyone who I've had on stream can vouch. That's how I do it. And once I trust you, I'm not like I'm a lot more relaxed with you saying whatever the fuck you want. Like this little gremlin here, but I also know Atomi just doesn't talk that much. Which you can talk as much as you want, sweetie. You have a very pretty voice and I like hearing it. And you have a lot of good ideas and opinions, you know? You can speak as much as you want, puppy. You just gotta bark. And speak your mind. Yeah? Are you a good girl? You give me a nod? That's a good girl. Such a sweet girl. Such a cute girl. You're doing such a good job. You're so brave hopping onto camera for me, okay? I appreciate your company. Did you know that? Yeah? All of your friends appreciate you. You're a good girl. You're a good girl, Atomi. You're a good girl. Can you say that for me? Can you say that you're a good girl? Can you say that for me? Please? If my tracking would stop dying? And you say that you're a good girl? And I'll give you a kiss if you do. Can if you want to. It's up to you. Aww. I'll break you later for that one. Alright, so you don't gotta make people do stuff on camera yet. I know, I understand. I don't make anyone do anything on camera. I don't know what gives you the idea. I'm just encouraging it. I'm encouraging participation. Listen, I like dragging people into my autistic hobbies, okay? When I talk, I want to, I want them to participate. I want them to have a share of the attention. I don't want to be the attention whore streamer who is like, hey guys, so hello, hi, here's my friend. Hey, what's up? I don't dig that. I like, hey, this is a cool person. And look at that, they are cool. They're very cute. They're very sweet. They're very lovely. And I think you all should also like Atomi, because Atomi's very nice and very sweet. I like to share it, because I think that is the right thing to do. Yeah? Yeah. I think so anyways. Despite what chat says. I think I'm trying to force people to participate in my content. Can you believe it, Atomi? I only force you to show your ass every so often for camera.
Not actually. I don't take any pictures that you're not aware of. I mean, I literally showed you that I took a picture of us and said like, hey, I'm taking a picture of us and I'm setting it as my VRChat background. And you were surprised like 2 weeks later when I actually did that. And you're like, oh, you actually did that? And it's like, yes, I did. I said I was going to, and I did. Though I need to reset it now. I have that wonderful picture of me, Fluffy, and you. And so I need to set that as my new VRChat background. Eventually. Because it's just like... What's up? Sashi, not Fluffy! Sashi! My brain. Listen, I know too many women. Alright, they all start blending together at some point in there. Just a big ol' estrogen cesspile that my body absorbs. What, you don't like imagine women and like absorb their estrogen?
No, I don't want to take your estrogen. You need that for yourself.
I know. I've been gaining weight and my body has been demanding more calories on me, and it's like, I appreciate you growing a bigger ass and bigger chest for me, but please understand that I'm also poor. I can't afford how much you wish to eat, and then my body is like, Mother, I demand the nutrients. You must outgrow the last 2 pairs of pants you have. It is the only way. You're already breaching the levels of shirtness you could have. It's only a matter of time, Mother. Provide us the calories, Mother. Once again, calories kill is taking their toll upon me. And I need to take a drink of water. And then someone also redeemed it. Someone redeemed taking the water. I feel like you shouldn't be blending women. No, I'm not actually. So there's a pile of women just maybe you expect gay estrogen vampires. The fic we didn't know. I'm getting a drink of water. See how they treat me at Tomi?
Forcing you to drink water?
No, they harass me as much as I harass you. That is good, Aquadafina. Well, Tally wishes to join us. Sure, why not? We'll have a whole party and stream. Why not? Fuck it. I can't tell how long I've been streaming either. I actually saw a sign while I was running errands that said all e-liquids 50% off. That probably means like electric cigarettes, but I like to pretend. Your ancestors in Simba are telling you from beyond the grave, get bigger pants. I shit you not. I try to like fit into my jeans, and my caboose has gotten big enough to the point of once I actually get them on, it's so tight it feels like it's strangulating me. And it's funny too, because the bras I got as well that have lasted me for this long now feel tight on my chest. I am physically outgrowing the attire I have. And I don't know how to feel about it because I've never had this problem. Because I've always been around about like... I've always been a tall, like, scrawny I can't even say tall because fucking everyone else is taller than me. I'm always like always been like a scrawny, very like flat person. So this is like the first time in my life I actually have to like shop for new clothes because my body has changed in a significant portion. Like I still have the jeans from my childhood basically and shirts from my childhood because I just like never outgrew them.
Same for me.
But now I need to buy pants that can fit my fat ass. And new bras that don't strangle my chest. I was working the other day and someone like bumped into like my chest and I physically like felt like the shot of pain from the nipple being like slammed into the breast and it was like it took the wind out of my sails. Hey, hi Aurora, welcome. I hope you're well. You've been live for an hour and 40... It's only been an hour and 45 minutes? It feels like so much longer. Also, hi, Tally. Whichever direction you're in. It's hard for me to tell, because I look at my camera and it looks like it's like right side, so I'm like, right. Forgetting that it's reversed. My kind! Hi! Hi, Aurora. How you doing, Portia? Hopefully they apologize for... No, they were like, sorry. They like, muttered sorry to me because we were in the middle of a rush. Most of them don't really think about it because I, again, just pretty low-key about it. Still need to work on my voice, that sort of deal. So they just don't really contemplate it. Okay, I need to adjust the camera again. Come here.
Wait, where's the camera? I can't see it.
Camera there.
Oh, there it is. Just load in.
It's in a location, I promise. There, I think this...
It is in one of many locations.
Flick, flick, flick. Please don't overflick, just leave it there. Just don't touch it, Valerie. It's fine. It works. And if it works, it works. Don't touch it. Don't move it. It's slightly off center. That is bugging me.
Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it.
Don't touch it. If I touch it, I'm going to lose. Actually, wait. I can just manually grab it. No! Damn it! Damn it! I have off-centered it again. Okay, I got this. Trust me. Have faith in me. All right. Okay. Come a little closer. A little closer. Just nudge yourself over. There we go. And you're golden. Nah, don't worry about it. Hello.
Hey, that person that just followed you, you're gonna want to ban them.
Oh.
They're a fucking psychopath.
Oh, all right.
Yup.
All right.
They're banned from basically everybody's servers. Mine, Waggle, Spot, Nikki. Or no, they're still in Spots. Nikki's, Ione. You need to get rid of that person.
All right.
I know I don't usually come up here, but
I'm more surprised you were watching my stream.
I do. I lurk on occasion.
On occasion.
Yeah, that's oof. You're gonna want to handle that before it becomes an issue.
Say no more. That is the first time she's ever told me to ban someone.
That was certainly a thing. Happened.
Thank you, Fluffy. You need to check your DMs. Holy fuck! Listen, I'm in the middle of streaming in VR. I don't have easy access. I would have to like do this, do all this, and then like pull over to monitor 2, and then check my Discord. And then I can see all of it.
The name does look kind of familiar, but I can't remember the context.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it.
To remember the name.
Yeah, you can tell me more later if you want to. I'm not worried about it. No, I was told a little bit about it before, and I know what that's about. I have a slight idea of what that's about, and I'm not... It's neither here nor there. The problem has solved. And that is the important part. Right?
Mm-hmm.
As long as nothing gets out of hand. Which is also one of my streams, so it's always out of hand. Like the one time I raided into someone I wasn't supposed to raid into. Because I wasn't paying attention, and I was like half inebriated. I don't remember exactly all the details of that, actually. Which is good. I choose not to remember. That's why. I choose not to remember. But yeah, no. Thank you, Vi, for the warning. I appreciate ya. And like I said, I can't check my DMs mid VR stream, at least. Because it's just so many steps and it's set to do not disturb. It's just... can't do it. But if I was actually on my desktop, I would be like, oh, shit, okay. And like look at it, because you don't just randomly get 6 different peaks. And I would look down there and be like, wow, someone's really trying to get my attention. But I try to...
Jeez.
Well, I try to leave myself on Do Not Disturb because, you know, I don't want people being like, oh, I heard a Discord notification, and then realize it's my Discord notification, and then they point it out, into which I have to go like, ah, yeah, sorry, you know, I'm a dumbass. I'll mute it. Skill issue, yeah, that's fair. But thank you for coming up here, seeing my half-naked body strewn across my bed. Oh, she's come up here before. Listen, I don't wear a shirt when I'm in VR, let alone sometimes when I'm streaming, because sometimes I just get like so warm from constantly like talking and having energy that it's just like too much. So I'll like just like start sweating. It's like I don't want to sweat so much that it's like I don't want to deal with that. So the idea then becomes I need to not do that. It's also just because like VR just naturally makes you so warm because the headset's like a miniature toaster oven over your eyes. And it's like roasting it constantly.
I almost had heat stroke from being in VR for too long.
Yeah, I would say like 2-hour stints of VR is like the healthiest amount you can do. Anything more than that and you probably should get off VR. If you're in VR long enough to go like, oh wow, how long have I been in VR for? What's up?
Or take small breaks.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And so I try to limit myself to like 2 hours in VR. And after like a certain time at night, I just don't bother.
It didn't help that like I was out and about in like a really hot day that was like 100-degree weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't subject yourself to conditions where you're just gonna overwork yourself and then immediately try to relax by putting a micro box on your head.
If it works. What do you mean you're surprised I was wearing shorts, Fluffy? The VRChat for 4.5 hours before I find the keys to keep the room cool. Yeah, I have my AC unit running. And I could wear a shirt and I'll probably be just fine. I sometimes do whenever I'm not like streaming at least. But 9 times out of 10 I try to like wear a shirt. Because, you know, free the nipple. I try to wear a shirt when I go around the house and just most typically just like have one on. Because, you know, chest is exposed and vulnerable upon the eyes to see, and it's like I don't want to like walk around shirtless. Because not only that, I have someone who lives across the way from me, right across my room, who is a male. A guy, even, and I don't want him to randomly walk outside his room one day and go like, oh, trans titties.
Just do some tech-savory eye bulges.
Yeah, just wong. You've done VRChat for 4.5 hours before. I know people who will do nothing but VRChat all day long, and I cannot imagine doing that. Like, after, like, almost 2 hours, like, my headset feels like it's glued to my face. I get, like, the red ring of death around my face, you know?
I've fallen asleep in VR before.
I mean, like, that's... I wouldn't. And maybe it's just, like, the Oculus, because the Oculus is just, like... not terribly comfortable.
I'm using a Quest 2, so maybe...
Yeah, I'm using a Quest 2
a little more different.
Like, I have to, like, sometimes just pop it off and, like, just let it vent out all the warmth as well as just, like, unstick to my face. Because you gotta keep it, like, a little bit tight for it to not, like, jiggle around too much. Like, right now. It's very difficult to see properly. As I'm holding it with one hand. Oh well. I haven't done a VRChat stream in so long, so it's like I'm not quite sure how long I would stream for it. If I want to shoot for my typical 3-hour mark, or if I just want to shoot for like 2 hours just for my own safety. You know? There we go. I think that's fastened on there good enough. Does my head feel like it's being crushed by a nutcracker? If the answer is yes, then we're good. Fantastic. But yeah, no. I have all sorts of plans. Is that an ash rake? Or ash piece?
It's an ash piece, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a Nardo there for a second. So you ported all your stuff over to an ash beast.
More or less. I still have like the Nova Beast, but I wanted to like work on this and actually try to retexture it. I mean, I did retexture the Nova,
Or
but
Nova,
I
yeah.
won. Yeah, but this is the first one I actually started working on in like Substance Painter, and I'm actually really proud of how it came out.
Oh, you have Substance Painter?
Well, a friend let me borrow it per se.
Oh, okay, fair. We condone piracy.
But yeah, it was fun learning the tools and that, and just
How much is
you know,
Substance Painter?
messing
Is it
around
like
with it.
$300 or something?
I think it's like subscription as well.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Adobe,
it's like
so
in the
like
Adobe Studio.
Oh. So you have to learn an entire
So it's
program, but also pay
expensive.
like a fee constantly to use it?
yeah.
I wouldn't.
Ideally,
I would not.
if you're like working for, if you're like working for like a studio or something, then you can like offset it. But yeah, it's ridiculous.
Fair enough.
Like I was talking to Noel about like getting it, and he was just talking to me about like, yeah, if you're like not an industry job or going to school, then you're better off to
Not. Just pay
you know,
someone else who
find
has
out-
it.
Yeah.
Just pay
Yeah.
someone else. If you're not going to be actively using it, there's no point in like you having it.
Mhm.
Which is why I was like, oh yeah, you know, for like my retexture or something, I'm just going to commission someone. That's just the best alternative, as opposed to trying to haggle with all that, figure it out and learn it myself. Here, Noel, here's $150. Can you make this look like this? Thank you. And that's depending if Noel's like open for that sort of deal, because Noel is their own person too, and time and stuff. And last time I talked to them about something like that, they were just like, "Oh yeah, no, not really looking for anything right now." You know, because I had a friend who was like looking for a VRChat thing, and I was like, "Hey, no, I have someone who actually has money. It's not me. Would you be open?" They're like, "No. And I was like, "Okay." Noel's a busy bean. They have a lot of stuff on their plate. They also broke up with Sasha recently, or recently-ish, like last month, I think, or
I
sometime.
think it was more than a month ago.
It was a good bit
it was
ago.
Like last year.
Yeah, it was a good bit ago. I don't fully remember the details or anything. So that's also on their
I
plate.
mean, I didn't realize that they were broken up until like I just saw them like not collaborating anymore, and just like, oh, I figured they're not together anymore.
No idea. I don't know 90% of things. Sometimes I just learn shit about people and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I mean, I was surprised to learn about who's dating who a couple of days ago. I'm not going to say who it is, but
Yeah, that's
yeah, that threw me off. Yeah.
I'm surprised to learn when anyone's dating anyone. No one tells me shit. Just sitting there chatting, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I wonder what happened to this person. Like, oh yeah, now I'm dating them, and I like, you know, gluck every other day to them. And it's like, oh, shit, okay, I guess that's what's been going on with that person. Hope y'all do well.
Hmm.
Or, you know, you look at someone and you're like, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm taken. It's like, okay, didn't ask, but alright. But damn, y'all furries be wild. Alright, listen. As a furry, I don't... Okay. Sitting back up in my bed. Alright. Sitting back up so I'm not lazy again. Yep. I dated for about 6 months, and then I broke up with my partner. you know? And it still sucks. And I don't go out of my way to find... I'm not looking for another relationship, nor am I considering polyamory and that sort of deal. So I'm one of the normal furries. I'm normal. I'm not wild. I'm not crazy. I'm normal. I just have a lot of women I
was
kiss.
crazy once. They put me in a rubber room full of rats.
No harm in taking things slow. That is also true. One thing I will do moving forward is if I ever consider a relationship, I want to know the person for at least a year before I even contemplate that sort of deal. No rushing into things. I want to get a good read of the person beforehand. Because that's smart. Until then, I can pleasure myself with them. Because that's fun. I'm trying to be funny here, you know, and I'm trying to like make a conversation, right? And I think I've lost it somewhere along the way when I'm like making a funny, obvious sex joke. So
it's like the sample pliers at Costco. You just want to taste.
We used to go to Sam's Club sometimes, and I shit you not, they had all the samples there, and we would just stop at everyone and take a sample. Listen, those sample things are always delicious. But, like, they're not good for you. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's still a, you know, marshmallow graham cracker abomination. But it's still delicious. And, you know, it's like you basically get a free lunch there. You go there and they're like, oh, yes, would you like to try out this new juice? Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, would you like to try out this new fruit snack? Oh, yeah, nom, 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 nom. Or what about this thing you can cook, but in like a bite-sized portion? Oh, absolutely, nom, nom, nom. And like after you like 10th or 12th one, you're just like, I basically just ate a full meal and just sample food.
Did you ever double dip into them? Like try to get another one?
Sometimes they just give you another one.
I mean, why do they care?
I mean, I never went like twice for one. I just kept doing my thing. And like sometimes they're like, oh yeah, you know, I have to like replace these anyways. Here, have two. You know? I'm not a monster. I ask for permission before I do anything. Vi can attest, I barely even like... I feel bad for taking food that's left out. Like, well, she'll get like 5 Little Caesars pizzas, and I'll be like, okay, I don't want to have too much now. You know? I'm very... I like to ask permission before I do things.
Presume that's... when there's excess of food, it's usually meant for the whole party that is there.
Yeah, it is.
But again, yeah, that's true.
I just don't
It's
like
always
to assume
kind to
things.
ask.
Because listen, it's 9 times out of 10 when I'm finally like, you know what, I'm just going to assume it's free game, I eat it, and then or something, and then someone's just like, oh, well, I was doing this with it, and it's like, fuck! I ate rat poison again!
That's why you don't eat the cheese off the traps.
I order food and I take 20% while my brother takes 80%, so I can see. Yeah. I mean, okay. One time as a kid, the reason I bring up like eating rat poison is because my mom almost fed me rat poison. As a kid. As a little shitlin. They had this thing of applesauce. We had like a thing of applesauce. And so like she was like, oh yeah, you know, it's just applesauce, whatever. So I get myself a portion of it and I'm like, I'm about to eat it, and my brother goes like slaps the spoon out of my hand and is like, absolutely the fuck not, because he's like reading the bottle before he takes a bite and he's like, this is fucking rat poison. And like the little label for some reason was like applesauce rat poison. And my mom was like, oh yeah, oops, silly me. You know, like, shouldn't eat that. You know, and like we disposed of it, and I was just like, I could have fucking died. I didn't realize it at the time. I was just like, oh, oopsies, happens to anyone. Now as an adult, I'm like, who the fuck buys rat poison applesauce? Followed by, why keep it around small children who love applesauce? I'm not crazy for thinking that, right? Like no one's really saying anything about that. Like, tell me if I'm crazy or if it was a dream, because I've never seen rat poison applesauce after that point, and I'm still confused if that was an actual thing that happened, or if my brain has constructed a memory. Right?
Well, like, in particular, if the label was, like, appetizing as well, like, usually when you have
no, it just straight up said, like, rat poison applesauce on it or some shit. I don't remember exactly. I was, like, 5 or 6 years old. So, like,
I mean, it's a problem. It's like, if it's something that, like, kids could get access to ostensibly and just,
Yeah, and it looks like regular
Tide Pods.
Applesauce, Like, Tide Pods is just like, hey, little Timothy, that's a fucking Tide Pod. Don't eat that. It'll make your insides too clean.
Oh, that's so tasty.
Nom.
Don't eat.
Pop them like a fruit gusher.
Oh.
When I was working at the hotel, we had like Tide Pods for sale for like our laundry and stuff. And so anytime I sold one, I had to ask the person, okay, so you don't plan on eating this, right? Not as like a joke or anything, but like because I was genuinely serious. It's like, are you like actually going to use this for laundry? And like one time a couple kids came up to me and they were like, oh yeah, I need Tide Pod for the laundry. And I'm like,
Dude.
You're not going to eat this, right? And they're like, no, we're not going to eat it. What the fuck? I'm like, okay. I'm trusting you. Little shithead. Do not follow the TikTok trends. Give me my fucking $1. No, go not eat that Tide Pod. And watch them leave. I also had a kid one time, like, come down into the lobby, into like our extended lobby area, slap on an Oculus headset and just start going ham in whatever game they were playing, and I'm just like, you know what? Alright. I'm not gonna stop little Timothy from playing his little fucking VR game. He's not endangering himself or anyone else. They're just sitting there having a good time. And at some point some guest came up to me and was like, are you aware there's like a little Timothy playing on the Oculus? And it's like, yeah. Like, isn't that like not allowed? It's like it's a fucking public space, and like I don't know what you want from me. People at that hotel were super bitchy. Problem. Oh, believe you me.
It's their parents' problem, not yours. Well, they can't.
The funny thing is, their parents and stuff came down later. Like 10 minutes later, the parents and stuff came down and were just like hanging out, letting their kid play on the Oculus. Like they were just hanging out. They didn't go into the water park. They were just sitting there, playing, doing their thing. Like, fuck it, whatever. We're a hotel. We're not a fucking, we're not sticks up the ass. We're just a hotel.
Yeah.
We just do our thing. I have a lot of stories from that hotel.
Seems like if the kid's not bothering anyone, the parents are okay with it, then it should really be your concern.
Well, I mean, I've had a lot of instances where the kids and parents and stuff were very disruptive and stuff, and you couldn't find them. There wasn't much you could do. Like, for instance, I think we had two kids break into like one of the employee areas and steal a bunch of shit from them. Someone's purse, actually, to be exact. And they, for some reason, expected us not to have cameras literally fucking everywhere. And I managed to pull up footage exactly of their faces and stuff, and I handed it off to the manager/police and said, like, okay, sick 'em. Or how many people got into fights and stuff at the water park and wouldn't expect us to immediately go watch it on the cameras later and be like, ah, man, he fucked up.
I love those like YouTube shorts where they show like camera footage of someone stealing, and then the camera just shifts over to the person.
My
Parents
favorite
don't
one
want
like that is
responsibility at one point and blame regular. Yeah, it's like parents who go to like high-end restaurants and let their kids run around and they run into the waiter's legs and they drop an entire tray of plates and glass on them. It's not the worker's fault. You just refuse to moderate your little gremlin. Yes, I'll pet you more.
my favorite one of those videos is the guy who like walking behind a lady, like steals like her wallet, but then notices there's like a camera up there, and he's like, "Oh shit!" and then like starts pleading with it, and then pretends to like drop it on the floor and points to the lady, "Hey, you dropped your wallet." It's like, look, it's fine. I didn't steal it. It's there. You don't need to call the cops on me.
Yeah, I have a lot of like nightmare hotel stories from there. I've gone home many a night crying. I've walked out like 3 times at that job, and in the end, I got fired for doing what a manager told me. So that was fun.
Wait, what?
Okay.
You
Karen
got
comes.
fired?
Yes. Karen comes down, whole shebang, and I'm like, okay, well, now I'm enacting our right as a company and hotel to kick you out because now you're too much. Pulls out her phone, starts recording, so I shut myself in the back saying like, I do not consent to being recorded, that sort of deal. Please come by. Eventually the whole shebang is over with, that sort of deal. And I'm like, okay, so we're like, you're gonna like make her like delete what she has of me, right? Because I do not consent to video. And they're like, not our fucking problem. It's like, thanks, I guess, whatever. And so I'm somewhere posted, there's me on an angry Facebook moms group. Next day, I get a call, and it's like, hey, don't worry about coming in, you're fired, due to that instance, and many other instances in the past that people have complained about you. And I'm like, you mean all the instances that I communicated to the manager about, that I communicated to you about this instance about, and followed what you told me to do? And agreed it was the best course of action, and she got really quiet after that. Followed by me saying, and I'm like the #1 person who updates the like blacklist for all of our properties because they tend to wind up here, and I have a low tolerance policy for bullshit that all managers have agreed is a reasonable thing to kick them out for. Again, on the advice of my own manager. And she was still really quiet, and I said, it wouldn't happen to be anything to do with the fact I helped train a bunch of new hires that you've been hiring and replacing a lot of people with, right? It isn't because I'm one of the better paid front desk workers because I've been here for so long, right? And she was like, oh, it's been a pleasure, and then hung up on me. So yeah, I got fired because they wanted to cut money, so meh. It is what it is, though. Yeah, I have a lot of hotel stories that would make you go like, yeah, sounds like a podunk hotel. We were part of like a fancy little like thing in South Dakota. It was like a water park, like an indoor water park, but they make it like this whole like, it's a big indoor water park resort in the middle of South Dakota, in one of the biggest cities here in the middle of nowhere. And you have all these luxurious hotels by all of them, which are just like C-rate hotels. It's a fucking hotel. You show up, get your shit, go up to your room, fuck off. You know, it's not like, oh, let me take your bag, sir. Oh, let me take your keys and park your car for you, sir. Oh, yes, our big fancy schmancy area for electric vehicles is right over there, sir. No, it's, you show up and I go like, who the fuck are you? Anyways, and it has like this whole little like restaurant, this whole deal. So people, they treated us like it was a big fancy resort, but we were not a big fancy resort. And a lot of people tend to be very abusive to hotel workers in the middle of nowhere in a red state. Like, I had many people like get me straight up to tears and stuff. I've had people threaten me and like lunge over the counter at me. I've had people threaten to grab me by the hair and slam my face repeatedly into the desk before. It's not a fun time. I've watched someone get curb stomped in the skull
Don't you have,
once.
like, at this point, don't you have, like, security?
No, in fact, it gets better.
Oh.
They used to have security, but they got rid of them. And then they hired a private security thing to go patrol around that area. Only during December.
You mean the slowest month of the year, probably?
Yes.
Town is, like,
Otherwise,
closed.
yes. Well, no, it's open. It's an indoor water park, all that fun stuff, so everything's open. But that's the only month they do
Oh,
so.
okay. Yeah.
And eventually it was just like oh yeah, we still technically have a contract with them, so call them if there's a problem and they'll help you out. And very quickly it became just call the fucking police. And not a single bit of security, and we had so many issues constantly. And we were calling the police like every week. And it was like the number one most requested thing from the employees, just like, why no security? We have these issues constantly. We're making shitloads of money constantly. You're refusing to pay us a good wage to take care of these things, and you're refusing to pay for security. What the fuck? It's cheaper to hire new people
Sounds
and
like
train
a
them and make them
rundown.
exhausted. Specifically if it's entry. Welcome to the $50 yeah. Ugh. I was paid like...
Sounds like a trash hotel.
They are.
I can't even, and, you know.
Yeah, listen, I can't go into details because that is just how it is with like former employments and stuff like that. You can't really like give out the official name because I don't want to get sued. So, I can't tell you who it is. I can tell you, however, it was in South Dakota in one of the biggest areas, and it is the only indoor water park in the state surrounded by hotels. Do with that information what you will.
I mean, I know like one kind of resort like that, but I don't think it's the same thing because it's mostly out here in like the
Or well, actually, I think there's
west.
like 3 different indoor water parks, but I don't think any of them are like as big as that one. I don't fucking know. I don't live in South Dakota anymore, thank fucking God. I hated driving 8 hours to get my estrogen.
Does it even have the Mount Rushmore? Like, why they even bother?
What was that?
Isn't Mount Rushmore in North Dakota, not South?
No, it's in South Dakota.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a lot of advertisements for Mount Rushmore,
Okay.
I just never went to see it.
Hmm.
Why would I care about
Yeah,
a bunch
I
of
I
president
watched
spaces?
once a documentary about exactly like why there is North and South Dakota, and the reason is so stupid.
Watcher says, it's a rating to a 1 to 3 star hotel, squeezy money, awful employment, no security, water park-ish. I could find it if I cared enough. Sounds like a free lawsuit if I get the money. Yeah, it is. There are so many things wrong with that place, and if you are to find it and you are able to do whatever you want to it, because I don't work there anymore, it's not my problem. But why is there a North and a South Dakota? Why isn't there just a Dakota?
Yeah.
Because during like before the American Civil War, like you had the
Yankee and the
Confederate.
Confederacy.
Yeah, exactly. Like the like Confederate States and the other ones. I forgot the name, but like it was that one state joined
The Union.
the North, the Union, and then the Confederates said, yeah, but so that it's equally, now another state has to join us.
What?
That's so fucking
So
bad.
another state joined. Then Dakota wanted to join the Union. But then the Confederates said again, no, we want also a state. So they split Dakota.
I forgot that the Civil War didn't exactly happen at first, and it was at first split for some reason.
Yeah,
but very
So
quickly resorted to
North
warfare.
Dakota was Union territory, I think, and South is Confederate territory.
Would you like to run a nice resort to manage after renovations and better times and a one lawsuit? No, I don't want to. I don't want to run. I don't want to run that fucking nightmare. I don't want to touch it. I'll gladly like work as a staff member of it, you know, like if it's a good employment, I don't fucking mind. I don't want to be the one in charge of all the bullshit. You okay, Telly?
Yeah, I'm just adjusting my seating.
I getcha.
But it's nice to have the freedom and own something that
That
comes
is
with
true.
it. But that also comes with
I also understand I don't have the experience for that.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, most managers don't have the experience.
That
They
is
just
true.
got their job because of nepotism.
Okay, to be fair, actually, I actually know quite a bit about management because I've basically worked as a manager in both Papa John's, that place, and then so on and so forth. And I can talk about me working at Papa John's because that is extremely vague. Like how I can tell you the kind of hotel I worked at, but I'm not going to. Because I can tell you I worked at a Papa John's in X state, and you won't be able to fucking find which one it is. But I can't tell you what hotel I worked at with the details I have given. So, Papa John's also wasn't a bad job, so I can't really complain. Like, the company and the manager... I mean, the manager was good. The company was shit. What are you doing, Tally? Are you just like... You're just bobbing
I'm
your
just
head?
bobbing my head.
Just-
Oh.
We're just...
Cute.
Is this what we're doing now? Is this how I
Yes.
choose to entertain people?
Just 4 hours of this.
4 hours of Valerie and friends just vibing
Mhm.
while synthwave plays in the background.
Just get some K-pop going on.
No, I don't really care for K-pop.
What? K-pop's good. You're just...
To be fair, I don't listen to most mainstream forms of music. I listen to like a bunch of indie artists and stuff. I have got
Sky showed me a band a couple of days ago. They're called Sweet Token, and they are like superb. Like kind of like a mixture of like metal, rock, and like R&B. It's a weird combination, but it just works. And like a couple of their songs just go super fucking hard.
Your beach just like stuck in your mouth, and I'm trying to fix it. There you go.
Yeah, it's a physics object, so it wants to.
Do the physics in a bad way. I can't. I know you can grab it. Ah, I grabbed it. I have secured it.
50 states is a nice number. Well, at this rate, it's gonna be 51 states if
If Orange Man gets his way, it's going to be, 1 million states from declaring war on everyone. They're separate due to history. And they don't want to rename their state because that would be confusing. Also, 56 is a nice number. Val listens to the beach waves, space ambience, and low ambient malts. No, I watch a lot of ASMR. That's typically what I like to listen to, followed by rock and stuff.
Are just yanking her choke chain right now.
Yeah. She's not telling me to stop.
Rev her up like a chainsaw.
I guess it's more like dopamine. Dopamine. Plus, you also act like she's not into it. Am I wrong?
I don't understand what you said.
I said you act like she's not into me pulling on her leash. And I said, am I wrong?
If you have fun, you can continue.
So that's not a no. So you do like it when I pull on your leash.
As I said, if you have fun pulling the leash,
Again, that's not a
can
no.
continue doing
That is a
it.
yes. That is a yes. Poppy can use your words. It's a yes or a no answer. I'll even take a nod or a shake. Ah, no, you're just not gonna move.
for you.
You're such a brat sometimes.
Ooh, glowy wire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, monowire.
It's oh,
Monowire.
light bulb filament.
Like gold
yeah.
filaments.
Yeah.
Oh, because of color, yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
stringy, like one of those like glow sticks. And if you crack it too much, you get to drink the forbidden liquor. That's so bright.
Yeah, hang on, I'll turn it off.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, it's very bright in this world.
I think I should find someone to raid out to. Because I need to shower. And I've been in VR for almost 2 hours. Probably over 2 hours now, actually.
Yeah, like at least 2.5.
Somewhere in there.
Like,
I mean, I also have to piss incredibly bad. And it's such a hassle taking all the VR equipment off and then putting it back on. And it's like at that point, I'd rather just like end stream, take a shower, or well, piss, then take a shower, then get some food and just like play Mad Games Tycoon 2 with the Tomy because Crimson's probably still asleep.
mm,
Or maybe I'll hop back into VRChat for totally stream safe content that it will not be recorded, but maybe pictures.
Intellectual discussions.
Yes. For fun times. You know? Okay. Let me see. Let me find someone to raid out to here. Well, actually, okay, so first off, where is my YouTube chat? I don't think anyone chatted in YouTube this whole stream. The answer is no, and if they did, I just could not tell because my thing may not have worked, so I hope YouTube had a good watch. Alright, so I'm gonna send YouTube off here.